Oh, yeah.
So I think we might be live now after some cellular issues. Earlham has the ball on the Nodaway Valley 42. This is the second possession of the game, and we have about 7:50 to play here in the first quarter, and you just saw a close to a first down run there by the Cardinals' Tyler Rice. And we are officially on the air. Just heard from Tim Harskamp, so we're good to go, James.
Awesome. We are going to keep trying this out. If the picture's a little jumpy, again, we're using a hotspot right now, so hopefully it'll stay with us most of the night.
Well, we have a third down. Well, we have a penalty marker on that last play.
Personal foul against each ball club during the play. Offset to replay third down.
All right,
so it's going to be a third down and about 6 coming up for the Cardinals here on their first possession of the game. If you're just joining us, we missed the first Nodaway Valley possession. We've had some technical issues with the new equipment, but hopefully it's up and running. The connectivity is a little up in the air, so please bear with us. And Darrell Matcham keeps it, and he's going to run up the middle and pick up maybe a yard, and that's going to bring up the first fourth down of the night for the Cardinals. So, James, everything kind of squared away as far as you know now?
Well, I hope so. It's kind of hard to tell with some of it, but I think we're going to be okay.
Okay, that's good. So, fourth down and about 4 for the Cardinals. Give us a little feedback if you want on the picture, as far as if we're zoomed in at the right amount or if it's too close. But here is a fourth down and 4 coming up for the Cardinals, and it looks like Darrell Matcham's going to call the timeout. So now we get a little breather here. We can talk a little bit about what's going on, James.
All right, well, so with our new equipment that we got from ECAB, we got a new camera and software and everything, so it just takes a little longer to set up, and then it does really rely on internet connectivity. So, but let's get into the game here a little bit, John, and let's kind of chat and see what's going on there.
Yeah, I know. What's Nodaway Valley's record coming into tonight?
They are 2-3 coming into tonight.
Okay, so I know they had a big win last week against Wayne. I think it was something like 47-0, 49-0, something along those lines. And the Cardinals, of course, had that tough game at ADM, bumping up a few classes. And that ended not the way that we had hoped, but probably good experience nonetheless.
Yeah, I think, the score didn't necessarily reflect how that game went. They got a couple late touchdowns that, tacked onto the score. But, up until halftime, it was really close, and then kind of just got away from us a little bit in the third quarter. Just couldn't quite handle the size, and then also the two platoons. Earlham has 7 or 8 guys that play both ways. ADM only had 2 guys that were playing both ways. So just getting tired throughout the game, and then kind of just the size difference in schools.
So Nodaway Valley's led by junior quarterback Nathan Russell. He's thrown for about almost 700 yards this season, 10 touchdowns, a couple good running backs. It is Adam Ayasi, and then I'm assuming a brother, Tony Ayasi.
Yeah, brothers or cousins, yeah.
They are in the backfield. They do throw the ball quite a bit. They've got a receiver with 34 catches. That is DeVault, and also both DeVaults, Boston and Kalen DeVault.
Yeah.
So the Cardinals are coming up with fourth down and 5 as Matcham brings them to the line. Ball on the Nodaway Valley 42. There's the snap and the handoff to Rice, and he is going to be short, only picking up maybe a yard on that fourth down call, and it'll be a turnover on downs as Nodaway Valley will take over with 6:41 to play in the first quarter.
That's kind of a missed opportunity there for Earlham. They were moving the ball quite well and just got stop just on the other side of the 50, and you pick up that first down and you just keep eating clock away. And if you keep a high potency offense off the field, they throw it around. I think their quarterback has 157 passing attempts on the season. So if you keep them off the field, that's probably the best way to slow down their offense and keep them out of rhythm.
Yeah, and this is Nathan Russell, the junior quarterback. Bring up to the line. He's going to be in the shotgun look, 2 receivers split, and also a wing back with the backfield single setback. And Russell will roll to his right, and he throws it deep. He's got a man there, but it's picked off by Garrett Moore. And Garrett across the field up to around the 50, where he will be brought down at midfield. And
there's a penalty flag here right at midfield.
Penalty marker on the play, so we'll see what that call is.
I think that's going to be kind of an unnecessary reference there. Maybe a crackback block on Trey Bond. The play's running away from you, and you're not allowed to go back towards your end zone anymore.
So that was after the interception?
That was after the interception. So I think we're going to end up holding on to the ball. I think we're just not going to get the field position that we wanted out of it.
Well, we'll take the ball, I suppose. For both teams, this is their big word, penultimate game.
Penultimate game, yeah.
Okay, so the Cardinals will finish at home next week against Wayne, Nodaway Valley. I honestly did not look at the schedule.
I don't know. Where do you guys end up next? They're going to go to Ogden next week.
Ogden next week.
Talking to the Nodaway Valley cameraman. So they're going to make the long trip up to Ogden.
Is Ogden back in business?
I think they should be, yeah.
So this will be a 15-yard penalty against the Cardinals. So it'll be 1st and 10 Earlham at their own 35, but they do limit Nodaway Valley to just that one play on the possession, and that is the interception thrown by quarterback Nathan Russell.
So I'm kind of looking down at the sidelines here. Earlham's got a hefty, we'll call it, depth in terms of the bench. Nodaway Valley looks like they're going to be playing kind of 11, 12 guys, and those 11, 12 guys are going to play the whole time.
Matcham looks to throw, and he's got a man open, and it's complete. I did not see, was it Max Vandiver on the catch? So coming out throwing on first down, a little different wrinkle for the Cardinals, and they'll bring up 2nd down and 3 for Earlham.
That's a great play because we come out, we run at you, and then when you throw a pass in on first down, a lot of teams really aren't expecting that on that down and distance.
So 2nd down and 3. They have receiver split wide to the left. The 3 backs in the backfield with Matcham. There's the direct snap to Bond. And he's going to be close to the first down. We'll see if the official gives it to him, and it looks like he will. We got one official marking it, the other one stopping the clock. And
I think it's going to be maybe a little bit short. They're going to come look at it.
And they are going to mark them a touch short, so 3rd down and inches for the Cardinals.
Well, we know we're in 4-down territory because we're outside of our own 20.
So I would look for maybe that snap directly to Bond again.
Yeah, you'll probably see it right again, or maybe you don't.
And it is just right to Bond, and he will have enough for the first down, plus a few more. The ball is loose on the ground. We'll see who recovered it, and it looks like it's going to be Nodaway Valley. So Trey Bond had the first down. I don't know if it got punched out or he just lost control of it, but Nodaway Valley will take over. 1st and 10 from the Cardinal 48. Good field position for the Wolverines.
Trey was just trying to, he had the first down, was just trying to pick up another couple yards, and was just kind of doing exactly what you're supposed to do on defense. He was just getting held up, and everybody ran to the ball and punched out, and unfortunately he just wasn't able to hold on to that one.
So under center this time will be Russell. 2 backs in the backfield, and he's going to give to Tony Ayasi, the senior, and he picks up 4 down to the 44-yard line. So 2nd down and 6 for the Wolverines.
Ayasi's a pretty big back, I think. I think I was talking to Coach Caskey earlier this week, and he was saying he's over 200 pounds, somewhere in the 6-foot neighborhood. So he's a pretty big back for.
And this is the Tony Ayasi, the senior.
Yep.
The bigger of the 2.
The bigger of the 2 backs.
It looks like Adam Ayasi's the wing back in this formation. His back is to the camera. And there is the handoff to Tony Ayasi again. And he's stood up in the hole by, I think, Nick Swalla and others.
Looks like Zach Stewart's in on that one. Nick Swallow making first contact.
He's going to lose a couple yards, so it's going to be 3rd down and 8 coming up with 4:35 to play first quarter.
You know what I like seeing there, Brody Morrison, coming from his safety position, you know, he was in on that tackle right in the hole, and that's what you want to see from your safety.
As long as they're not running a play action.
That's true. Two receivers now.
Shotgun look, 4 receivers set. And Russell's going to swing it out the right side. That pass is complete to number 21, Boston DeVault. And he is going to be knocked out of bounds by Swalla. He's just short of the first down, but we have a penalty marker on the play at the end of the play.
Indicating on holding there, so I think that first down might be negated.
Yeah, they are talking to the Cardinals, so it looks like it will be holding called against Nodaway Valley. You know, I really like this new system. You have the score right there on the screen. Is that pretty easy to fix in between?
It is, yeah. I just got to remember to do it every time. You know, it's one of the, it's just right at the top. We can, you know, if you can't see it, let us know. We'll try to move it and put it in a little bit better position on the screen. We tried it on the bottom of the screen last week, and it was kind of hit or miss on whether or not you could see it. So we're going to try it at the top at this time. And
yeah, the only thing it looks, I guess you could see it. But I have a different angle on our computer here, so I can't quite see things as well. But yeah, it looks like it's showing up all right.
Be over there.
All right, so it's going to bring up a long 3rd down for the Wolverines. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and around 17 from their own 44-yard line. Under center is Russell, and they're going to run the little double handoff there to Ayasi, the younger Ayasi, Adam. And he's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage where it'll be 4th and 10 for Nodaway Valley. So we'll see if they're going to go for it or play the field position game.
Yeah, I could easily see him going for it, or I could, you know, you punt it and get him inside the 10-yard line. And, you know, Earlham's moved the ball, but we struggled to kind of keep it moving with momentum, and penalties or turnovers have slowed our drive, so looks like they're just going to go for it.
Yeah, straight up going for it in the shotgun formation. 3 receivers to the left, a single receiver to the near side. Russell back looking. We have a penalty marker down, and he's going to throw it out of bounds, and we'll see what the call is on the field.
That's in the area of kind of holding.
That's what I was thinking.
So hopefully Chris will just decline that one. I don't know why you'd give him another down.
And it looks like it is going to be holding, so that should be a turnover on downs and Earlham ball. Yep. Yeah, you want to decline that.
Yeah, there we go.
So it'll be Earlham football, 1st and 10 from their own 48 with 3 minutes, 24 seconds to play first quarter.
You know, it feels it's a great night for football. It's got a kind of a nice, cool feel to it. It's not cold, you know, where your hands are hurting and everything.
No, not in the press box. It's not.
Yeah, I don't know what it's like out there, but I'm comfortable. We've got our cameraman with us tonight, which is really nice because you almost need one now with our.
Yeah, this has a whole different feel to it. Yeah, Mike Rogers on the camera tonight. So, any feedback? I've heard some that the Zoom looks pretty good right now, but here come the Cardinals 1st and 10, match them. And we're going to have a little movement, it looks like, on the line. So that'll cost the Cardinals 5 yards. A lot of penalties so far in this game.
It has. It's not been a very clean game. I would say, you know, last week against Adel, you know, we had a few penalties, but it was a fairly clean game from both sides. And I would say just from what we've watched so far tonight, it's kind of turned the tables a little bit.
So it'll be now 1st down and 15 coming up, even though they have 2nd down shown across the way. On the field marker, it is 1st down and 15 for the Cardinals from their own 43. Match him with the snap. He's going to flip it out to his right to Rice, who hits the hole, and he's going to be brought down after a gain of 5 on the play.
So Nodaway Valley's kind of runs like a 3-5-3, and they're gonna send pressure somewhere from one of those 5 linebackers. So it's really kind of important for those offensive linemen to talk once they get down and get set and just kind of try to identify where that pressure is going to come from.
So the Cardinals get their 5 back that they were taxed on the false start, and it's going to be 2nd down and 10. So right back to where they started. Bo Nielsen on the center position tonight again. And he will snap it to Matcham, and Matcham's going to look to throw, and it's over the middle, complete to Jackson Vandiver, and that's going to be enough for a Cardinal first down, and that is going to tack on another 15 yards on the late hit on the sideline. So Earlham looking to throw the ball early.
I think they're really trying to use some size. It looks like our receivers are just a little bit taller and maybe a little bit more size-wise in terms of the cornerbacks for Nodaway Valley, and I think Coach Cassie's going to try to take advantage of that a little bit. And, if Darrell gets forced out of the pocket, he's pretty good, and can pull it down and make it pretty much anybody miss. So
that's a nice 15-yard chunk after the catch, and it's going to be 1st and 10 Cardinals from the Wolverine 23-yard line. 2.5 minutes to play here in the first quarter. No score in this ball game.
Remember, we have a live chat, so if you guys, see something, want to let us know.
Tyler Rice makes a man miss, and he is drugged down. I think he's got enough for the first down.
He's going to be really close.
So does the live chat show up right over there on the right?
It should. So yeah, if you guys have anything that you're
Everybody's
noticing,
happy right now.
if you're noticing anything, let us know.
Is there any way to tell how many people are watching and things like that?
I think we're at 70 viewers right now, 71.
Okay.
So.
Hopefully no one gave up on us during the technical difficulties.
Oh, are we gonna measure? Oh, no.
They're gonna give them the first down.
It is giving them the first down.
So first down and 10 Cardinals, now down to the Nodaway Valley 13-yard line, where the official will wind the clock. First down and 10. Matcham hands it off to Rice. And Rice running hard up the middle. He's going to pick up about 6 on the play.
Earlham really needs to take advantage of that turnover on downs and the field position, and they still have a chance to get a first down if they do need it, but they need to knock this one in.
Yeah, second down and a long 3, ball placed at the Nodaway Valley 7. So closing in on the end zone here, it'd be nice, like James said, to punch this one in and take the lead. Second down, direct snap to Bond. And he is running hard and into the end zone. Touchdown, Trey Bond.
Trey trying to make up for the fumble that he had before and redeems himself by getting in the end zone.
So nice job there by the Cardinals of working their way down the field. And the first score of the night belongs to the Earlham Cardinals. They're lined up in that swinging gate formation.
I want to see him swing it out there.
Well, we're going to swing Cash Peterson back to the 10-yard line here as Garrett Moore will be the holder. And there is the snap, and the kick is up.
That looked pretty good.
It is good. So with the point after by Cash Peterson, the Earlham Cardinals take a 7-0 lead. 1 minute, 35 seconds left to play in the first quarter. 7-0 Cardinals.
Look at this camera work right here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You're hired, Raj.
You are full-time.
So I see you added some ECAB sponsors and things to the packet.
Yes. Got a packet for John tonight of all of the stats and everything that we do. Yeah, let's take a minute to talk about some of our ECAB sponsors. If you want to join ECAB, you can take a look at their Facebook page, which we linked in our YouTube account. So like that one and subscribe, help our YouTube channel gain a little more traction. But some of our ECAB sponsors that helped out with our equipment this year were VIP business sponsors. That was Noah's Exteriors, Voss Concrete, A1 Geothermal, Community Care Center, RJ Home, and Stewart Vet Clinic.
So that's like our, when we go to commercial, we got to come up with like little commercials for each of those businesses.
We need to, like with our program here, we can start adding in some graphics and stuff. So.
Back in the old day of Pressbox Radio, Mike Madron used to like write up commercials with things. So it was like the Rusty Duck in Stewart. And there was one for in-fitness training, and it was something along the lines of, if you want to look as good as how the stat guys look on the sideline, you need to go to In Training and sign up today for their workout plans or something like that. So, yeah, he wrote up all these different little advertisements.
We will have to recruit somebody for that, add into our,
like for
jingle mix.
All your exterior needs.
and Dylan's going to try to
Noah's
onside this one. And I don't know if ball laid there for a long time. It didn't quite go 10 yards. Earlham knew that it did, but it didn't touch any of the Nodaway players. Nodaway's going to get it right at midfield.
Yeah, that one rolled around for a little bit and was just kind of hanging out there. So it'll be 1st and 10 Nodaway Valley. Ball at midfield. Yeah, I think having this cameraman's a good move.
This is a good deal because I'm trying to monitor what's going on in the live stream. You got kind of the game, and Rogers is just nailing the camera views. He's getting some
gets the zoom
up.
in when you can get the zoom in, and the fade back when you need the fade back for the plays. And 1st down and 10, Nodaway Valley under center this time, Nathan Russell, and he's going to hand it off to Ayasi. Tony Ayasi running hard over the 45 down to around the 41-yard line before he was tackled by the Cardinals.
In a lot of offenses, your running game can kind of open up the passing game, and I think that's kind of what Nodaway Valley's doing. We haven't really found maybe an answer for Ayasi yet, and so I'd maybe kind of see some more heavy doses of him, and maybe that'll kind of suck in our cornerbacks and open up the passing game for Nodaway Valley.
So 2nd down and a yard coming up for the Wolverines, and there is the snap to Russell. Ayasi gets it, and he's going to have enough for the 1st down, although he was hit hard and brought down by Kelton Reed and Chris Hipsley on the play. We're nearing the end of the 1st quarter. We'll probably get maybe one more snap in here after they wind the clock after that 1st down. Nodaway Valley 1st and 10 from the Cardinal 39. You can see where Nodaway Valley has a good mixture of the run and the throw.
Yeah, they are using both effectively right now. They've had an interception, and we think a fumble earlier or interception.
Yeah, we're not really sure what happened on the first drive of the game. We were trying to get things squared away. Handoff to Ayasi again, and he's going to be down to around the 36-yard line. It looked like, trying to pick out who was on the tackle, it looked like Chris Hipsley again.
Kelton Reed kind of came off the bottom of that one.
Kelton Reed maybe again. So 2nd down and 7 coming up, and I think that was going to be the final play of the 1st quarter.
I think you're right. All right.
So at the end of the 1st quarter, the score: Earlham Cardinals 7, Nodaway Valley Wolverines 0.
Well, hopefully, Earlham's defense always been kind of a bend, don't break kind of deal. They're okay getting up a few short yardage, and if they can keep Ayasi kind of contained a little bit, I think you'll see some more blitzes from our linebacking core out of that 4-4 set, and they're kind of leaving the corners out there and saying you're kind of on an island and you got to do it tonight.
Okay, so right now they're pounding Tony Ayasi kind of up the middle. How long before we see his relative? That was, I think, Adam Ayasi, because he seems to be the quick-hitting guy on the wing back, so he's probably going to be coming around the corner on a few of these after we get used to that up the middle pounding.
I think you're going to start seeing some jet sweep action, and the coaches up here in the booth are going to kind of see how our defense reacts to that, if we, go with them really hard, or if we just kind of let them run free, and I think that'll determine whether or not if we see the other Ayasi. And I think you're going to start seeing a lot of, kind of play action with a 5-step drop from it.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering because he is under center sometimes. I was wondering if they've got that play action in the playbook as well. I didn't watch any of their previous games, and it is kind of nice both you and I have access to all of the football stuff on Huddle as well, because once you're in Huddle, you have access to pretty much everything that is put on there for the school. So we can always take a look at the upcoming football opponents. I remember watching some BGM and St. Ansgar last year in preparation for those games.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. We just kind of took an afternoon and watched a couple games after school one day, and it was a lot of fun. So this year I think that one does it.
I think.
Yeah.
I think maybe later tonight, maybe part of halftime, we need to get your 2 cents from your conversation with Coach Caskey about playoffs and how he's perceiving that might look at this point. I'm sure that's a question a lot of our viewers and listeners may be having as we get close to the end of the regular season. Yeah,
that's for sure. It's definitely going to look different than it has in the past, especially coming into the playoffs, since all teams are going to get in this year. And so, it was a very interesting, kind of enlightening conversation that I had with Coach Caskey earlier today, and we'll hit on that one in a little bit.
Yeah, that might be a good halftime or between the 3rd and 4th quarter discussion. So when we return to play here to start the second quarter, it'll be 2nd down and 7 for the Wolverines. Ball at the Cardinal 36-yard line. Nathan Russell, the quarterback for the Wolverines, the junior, takes the snap. And here is the underneath handoff to Adam Ayasi, and he breaks through a hole. He's got a blocker in front of him, and he's going to be brought down by Kelton Reed inside the 15-yard line. So there was, it's that, we run that quite a bit, that little double handoff where you're going one way and you hand it back underneath. Is there an official term for that type of play?
No, some teams call it a crossbuck. Some just call it like a double reverse. We do have a penalty flag down, so it looks like we're going to have a holding penalty, and big play there by Nodaway is going to be negated by yet another penalty.
Lots of penalties tonight so far.
So that's been that's the second first down, big first down that's been taken away by a penalty for Nodaway.
And that was a little ways downfield. It was marked off from the 32-yard line. So it'll bring up a 2nd down and 13 coming up for the Wolverines. So big play thrown out for the Wolverines. Cardinals dodge a little bullet there, and we'll see how the defense responds now. Shotgun formation for Russell. There's the snap. He's going to look to throw. Coming back to his right, pulls it down, continues to scramble, and he's going to throw it up for grabs, and it'll be off the fingertips of the receiver. Number 21 is who that was intended for, and that was
probably DeVault.
Boston DeVault.
Yeah.
I was trying to, because both receivers are DeVaults, so just trying to see which one it was. That was Boston DeVault, a sophomore. Then there's Kalen DeVault, the junior.
That was good coverage there by Earlham secondary. You know, is kind of the longer a quarterback holds on in that pocket, even when he rolls out, that's kind of gets scary for defensive coordinators, but our cornerbacks held strong there.
3rd down and 13 for Nodaway Valley. 4 receivers and a running back, and he's going to throw it out to the right, and that'll be incomplete. Intended for number 21. That's Boston DeVault. So it'll be 4th down. I'm guessing they're going to punt this time.
I don't know. Like, if you're offensive kind of high potency, we're running some players on and off, so I'm going to
They just brought their quarterback off. So
tend to agree with you there. So
yeah, they're going to go ahead and kick this one away and try to make the Cardinals go on a longer field this drive.
Brody Morrison back for the Cardinals.
And there is the low snap. He does corral it and gets off a wobbly kick that Morrison is going to field at the 13-yard line. He'll be knocked out of bounds at the 16 after a 3-yard return, and the Cardinals will take over 1st and 10 from their own 16.
That's a good catch off the bounce. Anytime a football hits the ground, you know, it can go any which way of 1,000, and you know, Brody was able to corral that one, but keep him out of the inside the 10-yard line.
So this is probably one of the longer fields the Cardinals have been on tonight. It'll be at the 15-yard line, 1st and 10. Match him in the backfield, and he gets the snap. Hands off to Rice, and Rice is brought down at the line of scrimmage.
And so I think what you're going to see there is Nodaway had 9 guys in the box, and they brought 8 of them because, you know, our offense isn't one-dimensional, but we use one dimension of it more often, you know, the rushing game over the passing game. And, you know, when you send 8 guys in the box and there's a 9th one in there, it makes it a little bit harder to find those holes.
2nd down and 10 coming up for the Cardinals from their own 15-yard line.
We are recording this game, so if it does ever cut out, we should be able to put it back out there.
Matcham looks to throw. He's going to the left side. Vandiver is open. Jackson Vandiver with a no. They're calling it incomplete.
Oh, I thought he had that one.
He went up for it. Maybe he did not secure it all the way down. He definitely got his hands on it. That was tight coverage. A nice throw from Matcham. And Jackson went up for it, but was not able to complete the catch. So it'll be 3rd down and 10 now for the Cardinals. I noticed that for Nodaway Valley, Russell, he's not on field for defense. He's hanging out on the sidelines, resting, and trying to get ready for another series.
Yeah, I think Durrell's playing some corner. I think he rotates in and out a little bit with that one.
Yeah, it's not every down corner, I don't think, like he had been in the like last year. 3rd down and 10 coming up 10:28 to play third quarter. Little screen pass to Rice, sniffed out nicely by Nodaway Valley. That was number 33, Elliot Cooney, on the tackle. And we'll see what Coach Caskey decides to do here on a 4th down and 16 from their own 9.
That's a unique formation, for the Cardinals with a receiver to each side. That one's just one of those that you got to let develop. You got to let that, and that will come with experience for Durrell. You just got to let that DN run up the field and then throw it over the top to Tyler, and then Tyler had no one around him.
I'd expect they're going to shift into punt formation, and there they go. Max Vandiver will be back to kick. There's the snap, and the kick is away, and it's a pretty good kick, fielded at the 40-yard line.
Oh, makes
a man miss, and he's going to cut it back into the middle of the field, down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line, where Nodaway Valley will have their best field position of the night. 1st and 10 from the Cardinal 28.
It's pretty decent punt from Max, and Tyler was there, just couldn't quite wrap up and hold him in, but the rest of the Cardinals able to just swarm in.
Yeah, about a 31-yard kick, about 12 yards on the return, and that's where they'll take over with 9:39 to play in the first quarter. First down and 10 for Earlham. For Nodaway Valley. And Russell will hand off to Ayasi, and he's going to pick up a couple on the play down to the 26-yard line. 2nd down and 8 for the Wolverines.
This would be another kind of test for the Cardinals. Last week they kind of found themselves with their back to the wall in terms of defense many times, and we're able to come up with some picks and some turnovers and some stops. So let's see what they can pull off here.
2nd down and 8. I didn't look to see if they have a kicking game at all. Did you?
Let me look at this lovely stat sheet that I found.
Yeah, you put up some good numbers in here in this packet of info. Russell back to throw to the right side. That pass is complete. The tackle made by Garrett Moore, and that was complete to number 21, Boston DeVault. He picked up around 6 on the play. It'll be 3rd down, and we'll call it 2.
I guess I don't know. We can't. Oh, kicking. We don't have any field goals attempted. So
okay. So good chance they're in 2-down territory here on the 20-yard line.
Mm-hmm.
So 3rd and 2 from the Cardinal 20. 8.5 to play first half. 7-0 Cardinals lead, as you see on your screen. There is the handoff to Ayasi. Good job by the Cardinal defense, as he is not going to have enough for the first down. Brought down by several players. I think Aiden Hansen was in on that play.
Aiden, the senior, getting some good time out there. He got some time last week as well. Been doing really good in that interior defensive line.
Ty Willem also in the game in on that tackle.
Ty, just a freshman, and so his classmates were giving him a hard time today, and I was like, you're not under enough pressure. You'll be all right. Just take a deep breath out there, buddy.
Okay, 4th down and 2. Russell's going to try to sneak it, and he gets a little shove from behind, and I don't know if he got there.
This is going to be a spot, and I think the left guy.
I don't think he got there.
The guy on the far side is not. The guy on the closest to us is kind of giving it to him. And they are going to mark him.
It is short of the first down, so the Cardinal defense, the interior of that defense, with the stop, and the Wolverines were not able to take advantage of a good field position. The Cardinals will take over now, 1st and 10 from their own 19.
It's good stop there by the Cardinal defense.
Oh, excellent job by especially the interior of that defensive line and those guys that are out there. So match him. It's going to be a direct snap to Bond, and he might have got a yard there. Nodaway Valley's starting to do a pretty good job of identifying that quick hitter that the Cardinals run. We'll give him a yard. 2nd down and 9 for the Cardinals. Maybe only a half yard on that play. Match him in the bunch formation behind him. A direct snap to Rice with the sweep to the right side. Had a blocker in front. A nice job by Nodaway Valley. That was number 28 for the Wolverines. 26, Ayasi, who slid through there to make the tackle on Rice. A gain of about 2 on the play, maybe 3.
And you saw Durrell out there leading the block. You know, we used to see that all the time with Alex Gasky. He would toss it and then turn around and
I remember Alex, and going back a little further, Will Poffenberger, I think, was the first quarterback that did that. That was when I think Coach Caskey first put in this offense, was with Will and Derek Hensley back there, and Will would lead the way. 3rd down and 6 for the Cardinals. Match him. He's going to keep it. Ayasi brings him down in the backfield. I think that's going to be a loss of a yard. So it'll be 4th down and 7.
That did not look like it was a designed run. Durrell kind of looked like he handed that one off, and then there was no one there. So he just, I'll follow
I guess I'll run this. 4th and 7. This is in that part of the field where it gets interesting if they're going to try to go for it or if they're going to drop back into punt formation. A 20, 23, 22-yard line, and they are going to go to punt formation. Max Vandiver is back. High snap. He gets it, though, and the punt is off. It's going to be a short one, and it hits the Earlham player. That's Tyler Rice, so that'll actually be placed at the point where it hit Tyler, which is going to be at around the 48-yard line of the Cardinals.
It's probably a good thing that it did hit Tyler, because it was that was going to come back probably another 10 yards with the backspin.
Yeah, I think that was going to hit and go the opposite way. So here we are, 5:43 to play, second quarter, 7-0 Cardinals in a defensive struggle so far. Well, at halftime, we may have the Nodaway Valley Marching Band for you. We'll probably try to locate some scores from around central Iowa, games of note around the state, and let you just have a few minutes to grab something to eat and take a little break from the action before coming back for the second half.
I know one of the things that we were talking about earlier, before we kind of came on air, is, Nodaway throws the ball all the time. And so when the ball, hits the ground, the clock stops, and we were like, oh man, this game could drag on for a really long time. But, things moved along pretty good. I think Nodaway Valley has found the ground game a little bit to be a little bit more successful than some of the passing through the air attack, and I think we're gonna, kind of see what Chris Gasky's got for us. He did say he's got some things up his sleeve, and
look at this zoom in.
Look at that. That's camera work right there.
Seeing what assistant coach Brick Nelson has to say to the defensive unit. I think you're hired, Mike.
This is a full-time gig.
And by hired, I mean you just get to go along, ride with us, hang out. These new headsets are nice and comfortable.
They're very nice. I think the sound on them is
I really like
too.
Having both ears covered by headphones.
I think last week I never took it off, and my ear was bent over. It was collapsed inside of it, and then I took my headphones off at the end of the game, and I was like, oh, that's new. That's new. Haven't had that one.
So 5 minutes and 43 seconds left. What was that, like a commercial timeout or what?
So now they have hydration breaks essentially, and so.
First down and 10 from the Cardinal 47. There is the handoff to number 1 on the play. That is Kalen DeVault, and he keeps it. That's the same play they've been running, but they've been handing it back on that crossbuck action, and this time he kind of paused and then kept going with it, and he was able to pick up about 14 yards, 13 yards on the play to the Cardinal 35.
Yeah, that's a good play call there by Nodaway. They've seen that our defensive end just crashing inside, chasing that first running back and not contain on the outside.
Yeah, they definitely saw what we have done against that type of play and took advantage of it there. So now Russell is in the shotgun, ball at the 35, and he's going to take just a quick drop and throw, and he hits his receiver on the right side of the field, far side of the field, picks up 4 on the play. That was Kalen DeVault again, who just ran it last play. This time he gets a quick out for a gain of 4.
Garrett Moore was right on top of it, though. That was...
Yeah, he had it sniffed out. He just couldn't quite get there in time. But did a nice job of hitting him right away, knocking him out of bounds. So 2nd down and 6 as the clock runs with 4:40 to play first half. There's the snap. And Russell fakes. Now he looks, and he's going to throw that high and out of bounds. I don't think he liked what he saw there.
Kelton Reed was on the pressure there. And, kind of the one thing about these spread offenses is you do take some of those outside linebackers and you force them to cover some space. We have Joel Smith out there, one of our outside linebackers. Joel's fast, and but you don't usually see kind of that outside linebacker speed. And, Joel is essentially a strong cover corner that we would, I'd put him out there against any receiver. So
yeah, it's really him and Max that kind of play those outside linebacker positions, and both of those guys can run and cover people.
Yeah, you got Trey Bond and Nick Swallow that have kind of moved into that middle linebacker position.
Here is Adam Ayasi as he hits the hole. Nick Swallow wraps him up. He's going to be down to around the 29-yard line, and that's going to be enough for a Wolverine first down.
Nodaway getting some momentum here at the end of the second quarter.
This would be a great time to stop that momentum.
Yeah, we need a pick 6.
So first down and 10. The ball at the Cardinal 24-yard line. We're getting close to the deepest that they've been.
This thing moves.
First down and 10. Russell, the handoff to Ayasi. And he is going to be brought down at around the 20-yard line. Tackle there by Nick Swallow once again. They're going to spot it at the 21. So a gain of 4 on the play, maybe 3. Second down and a long 6 coming up. What's the deepest that they have moved down to the Cardinal end so far? Was it that first drive that we didn't really see what happened?
Maybe that first drive or just that last one. I think they were just inside the 15. And then couldn't quite pick it up on a fourth down.
Second and a long 6, short 7. And there is the quick pass to the outside again to Kalen DeVault. And he's going to be maybe a half yard short of the first down. Garrett Moore again with that tackle out there. So Garrett's wrapping him up quick. They might measure this one.
I don't know. I think they're just going to give it to him.
Are they going to give it? They're talking still. I haven't seen any. They're going to say third down.
Third down. All right. That stick must be past the 15-yard line.
Yeah, so third down and maybe just the nose of the football to go here.
I say because it's sitting on the other side.
Now,
of the
here's
line.
where you might see that quarterback sneak that he ran on 4th and 2 last time. This would make a little more sense. The Cardinals are sensing that too. But they're going to go ahead and give it to Ayasi, and I think he's got enough for the first down. He'll pick up about 1.5 yards, which will be enough. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Wolverines from the Cardinal 14. 2:50 to play first half. Clock is running. Plenty of time for the Wolverines.
Cardinals do get the ball coming out of halftime.
Yes.
So
yeah, it'll be Earlham ball to start the second half.
this would be a really big stop here if they could make that happen inside the 15.
First down and 10. And here is the handoff to Kalen DeVault as he's going to get down to around the 10-yard line after picking up 4. He stays in bounds, and it'll be 2nd down and 6.
This is kind of more of a reminiscent of an Earlham offense, just jet sweeps and runs and trying to get to the outside.
I've been impressed with their mix of plays.
For a team that throws it 175 times, they've really utilized the run so far.
And when they run, they're using about 3 different guys, it seems. Both Ayasis and then DeVault. There's a snap. There's that underneath handoff to Adam Ayasi, and he's going to be in for the Nodaway Valley touchdown. So that was just that little counter play underneath that time, it looked like.
Yep. That's just selling out to the wrong guy and not holding up into your block as a defensive end and a defensive tackle.
So that's going to make it 7-6, and it looks like if I'm reading the numbers right,
10, 12.
I was going to say 19.
I think it's 19, 18.
How about 19? Tony Shaw.
Oh well, he kicks it, and
his kick is up and good.
It sneaks over.
Tony Shaw kicks the extra point, and that will tie this game at 7. So 1:49 as We get the zoom in on the scoreboard for you. It's really easy to zoom in on the scoreboard being it's directly across the field from us. It's a pretty unique place to put a scoreboard, but when you only have fans on one side of a field,
makes sense.
It's a good place to put it.
Does make sense. Yeah, that's the only place that we play at where we can see the score and the time all the time.
Home.
That's true. At
You
home,
could do it at home.
we could do it at home, but we would need a camera operator for that. Hey, Rogers, are you busy next week?
Hey, he's normally on the play clock. You know, that makes me think, like, what if Earlham put their scoreboard just across the field? It would really disrupt the views from some of those homes.
I think whoever yard would be directly behind the 50-yard line would be very upset.
There'd be some unhappy homeowners.
Look at my view of the back of the scoreboard.
Right. Yeah, I haven't looked at any scores from around the state yet, so I'm going to hold off at this point until halftime. Let's see if the Cardinals can move the ball downfield and maybe get a score here before half.
I am noticing that Tyler Rice and I think it's Brody Morrison are up pretty far for this kickoff. They're just right inside the 20. So
that either means they onside kick it some, or it's just a not real strong leg. I just noticed Nodaway Valley's got a kid on the sideline, 6'6", 220.
Hopefully he doesn't play basketball.
That is Morrison, I believe. Yeah, Brody Morrison takes it up to the 40. I don't recognize the name.
I haven't seen a 6'6" kid out there.
He might not actually be.
Number 55? He looks 6'6".
Yeah, that's him.
Okay.
There he is. Hey, he's a defensive end.
He's a defensive end.
So first down and 10 Cardinals. They have 1:44 to work with the ball on their own 40-yard line, trying to find a way to put some points on the board and break this deadlock of 7-7. Little blitz action coming from Nodaway Valley, and Matcham back to throw. He's got a man open. Jackson Vandiver, first down. Nice grab. And the Cardinals looking to throw the ball a lot more tonight.
Yeah, Nodaway's going to sell out on that blitz. They're going to stop the run, and they're going to force Earlham to air it out. And, Jackson can get some separation. He's pretty good in the open field. And then little brother, who's maybe not so little, Max, can also create some space as well.
There's the snap to Matcham. He'll give it to Max Vandiver, little brother, and he is going to be stacked up at around the 41-yard line. We have some timeouts left, so I wouldn't be surprised to see us use them soon. You know, Matcham, Darrell did a very good job of feeling that pressure and getting rid of the ball in plenty of time on that last blitz.
And he threw a dart, too.
Yeah, second down and 5 for the Cardinals. Snap to Matcham, rolls out to his right, and he's going to throw it. Coming in hot to Trey Bond.
Trey just couldn't quite get the hands up over his shoulder. He's got those big, fullback lineman shoulder pads on. They just don't allow you to get the shoulders and hands all the way up above your head.
Yeah, it's going to bring up a 3rd and 5 with 59 seconds left to play in the first half.
Yeah, saves a timeout.
Very true. I mean, we're kind of in the 2-down territory position at this point, so I wouldn't be surprised to see a run here. And Matcham, and the cross buck to Vandiver, and Nodaway Valley sniffed that out really well, probably because they run it in their own offense.
Yep, they've seen that one.
So Vandiver's going to lose a yard, and it's going to be 4th and 6 with 45 ticks before halftime.
See, that play just seems like it needs a little bit more development. It looks like Max and Tyler are kind of getting too close, and there's
right.
It almost looks like Max is slowing down to get the ball rather than speeding up and hitting the hole.
4th down and 6, inside 30 seconds to play. There's a snap to Matcham. He's going to throw, and he
does.
And he had a man open, Max Vandiver, but a good defensive play by number 21. That's Boston DeVault. And it'll turn over on downs to Nodaway Valley, and we'll see what they want to do with just shy of 20 seconds, 19.9 left, and with the ball at their own 41.
If Max was able to hold on to that one, he would he had the defender on his hip, and there was nobody out in front of him, so he could have. Nice to see what would happen there, but just didn't quite go back to the ball. He kind of let the ball come into his chest rather than trying to catch it out in front, and the defender got in that pocket, just knocked it away.
With Nodaway Valley not being afraid to throw it, I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to get it downfield at all here.
I think they're going to take the safe approach in.
That's going to be that crossbuck action to Adam Ayasi, and he's going to pick up about 4 on the play, and it looks like you are correct, James, as they're going to let the first half clock run out. So at halftime, the score is going to be Earlham and Nodaway Valley all knotted up at 7. So good ball game tonight.
Great ball game. We'll let the Nodaway Valley Band take over here, and then we'll be back a little bit before halftime ends and give you some scores that we can track down and talk a little bit maybe about the future of the playoffs.
Yeah, see you in about 10 minutes, we'll say. And they do have halftime tonight, too, so it might be a little longer. Yeah, it's going to be a 20-minute halftime tonight for all of you at home. 20-minute halftime, so we'll be back with you in about 10 to 15 minutes.
I think my phone's 5 and 7%. Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. Your phone's way better than Corey's. Corey's got like this.
So Jensen, really loving the YouTube channel. Great commentary. Don't have Severson's number, so let him know too. Camera does glitch periodically and freeze like when Bond just scored. As a matter of fact, it's so professional. I was waiting for replay and it didn't happen. Jen says much better camera work this week. Look at that clarity and fancy fun on the scores. See, part of me wonders like if just plain white would cause it. I mean, it doesn't look bad.
When you
tilt it, right?
when you tilt it too, I think you can see it better. So if you go low, you kind of down into like that. It's kind of maybe a little not so much. Yeah.
So do you have to like hold it in a position?
I kind of do like if it's like this, I tighten this up a little bit, or this one, so it doesn't as much.
We should be back now. About 5 minutes here left in halftime. And James, we talked a little bit in the first half about your conversation with Coach Caskey and the upcoming playoffs in 2 weeks where everybody in the state is going to qualify. So how does he think that's going to end up looking?
So it sounds like the state came out kind of this week with their plan, and it's to go into pods of 4 based on geographic area, because it will be, the state determined it would be too difficult to actually like rank teams, and because not everybody's played the same
Sure.
amount of games. They don't want to penalize somebody for
Even teams in the same district with people having to halt their seasons here, they're not playing the same schedule anymore.
We didn't even get to play Madrid in our own district.
Yep.
And so it just makes they're going to go teams of 4 or pods of 4 in geographic location. And so kind of talking with him where he thinks we might end up. He kind of thinks we might kind of go southwest. Is kind of his prediction. He kind of, we were talking about Madrid, Ogden, St. Ed's, but he's like, well, they'll probably go north and stay together. We could go as far west over to Logan, Magnolia, and Council Bluffs, St. Albert's. Sydney has moved up from 8-man into Class A this season. Mm-hmm. So, we could find ourselves way over there.
Is there a possibility you could end up playing a team from your district in first round?
I think what they're gonna, you'll probably see one other team from your district, and then I think they're gonna get 2 other ones that are not in your district. And so I think that the plan is to kind of, you won't play that first round game against another team in your district, hopefully. I think that if that happens to work out in the second round, that's what'll happen. A couple teams in the state of Iowa a couple pods will have 5, and they've kind of talked about, if the COVID-19 does kind of strike a team at the, unfortunately the wrong time, and one of those districts has 5, and it's close enough, they might actually slide that 5th team over into that other district, right, if they can make that happen. And then from there, once you work your way through those pods, those 2 games, that'll bring us down into the field of 16, where then the state of Iowa will come in and rank and seed each of the final 16 teams that will happen from there.
So seed it out when you get to what is historically the playoffs.
Yep.
And kind of just let things play out at the first couple rounds.
Yep. I think the state will get a better picture of what each team is kind of, potential wise, and the state wants the best matchups to arrive at the Dome in the semifinals and finals. So they'll seed them kind of accordingly and try to get the best matchup for those Dome games later on.
Sure. Couple scores I'm picking up on here. Ankeny has a 21-0 lead on Johnston tonight. Ankeny gets that player who has been ruled ineligible all season, and this week he was ruled eligible to play. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. Arlen Bruce, the 4th is his name. Came up from Kansas City. He's signed with Iowa, and he was ruled ineligible. Now he's playing. They're up 21-0 on a pretty good Johnston team. I have conflicting data, conflicting information on the Van Meter score. So if anyone listening has that, feel free to put it in the chat. But I've seen 21-7 on Twitter, and on WHO I saw 21-13 at halftime, and that's Van Meter Carroll Kemper and their game tonight. I'm not seeing a ton of scores from local teams.
Well, Riverside Oakland's not too far from Nodaway, so we'll throw them in here. They're winning 21-14 over Davis County at the half currently.
Oakland Riverside is playing Davis County?
Oakland Riverside playing Davis County.
Are you sure it's not?
Riverside Oakland, Davis County.
Oh my goodness, that can't be right.
That seems like a really long
I wonder if it's Highland Riverside and WHO just put it in wrong, because Highland is at least down that direction. And that's in Riverside, Iowa.
Yeah.
But it's Highland High School. Because Oakland is like out by Council Bluffs, and Davis County is like in the southeast corner of the state, I think.
That would be quite the haul, but maybe that's one of those COVID games.
That's a heck of a COVID game.
Maybe they met in the middle somewhere. Oh, that
Boy.
would be a rough one.
We did notice at halftime that Earlham quarterback Darrell Matcham was getting looked at on the sideline. It looked like they were taking a look at his leg. He does have his right pant leg is up a little bit, so I don't know if they retaped an ankle or what, but he's testing it out a little bit, and hopefully Darrell will be good to go here. He's talking to some of the stat guys, so maybe we can get an update from Coach Brait down on the sideline, and he can be our sideline reporter this evening.
That is one of the unique features with our system is we can add additional outside mics rather than just the press box one. And so
there they are.
So eventually we'll get that camera shot, and we'll get sideline reporter Brait with that.
And Chris Swalla and the media presence of Todd Weber down there on the sideline. And it is confirmed from Coach Brait it's an ankle, but I'm assuming Darrell's a pretty tough kid. I think he'll at least give it a go and see what happens here to start the second half.
He was out moving around on the field, kind of making cuts and stuff. So I think he'll definitely give it a shot. And I guess if Darrell is unable to go, that means we're going freshman quarterback Ryan Stiles.
Yeah, Ryan Stiles, I know him and Caden Castle had been alternating snaps in JV and also in the games that got out of hand one way or another in the varsity action. But Caden broke a bone in his leg, was it last week before?
Yeah, 2 weeks ago I think it was.
I talked to him a little bit this week. He's in a boot now. He said probably in a couple weeks, 2-3 weeks, he'll be able to start walking on the boot. So his football season more than likely over. So it'll be Ryan Stiles if Darrell, we're assuming at least, if Darrell Matcham can't go. So Coach Brait commented it looked really bad when he got tackled. This is quotes, air quotes. It looked really bad when he got tackled, but he's going to give it a go. So he must have got turned it over pretty good when he was tagged. I wonder what play that was.
It must have been in that final drive there when they were trying to make a run for the end zone there with in the last minute of the second quarter, because he was running around before that doing just fine. So.
Right. I was trying to picture a running play earlier on, but I would bet for sure that'll limit his availability defensively. I'm guessing they'll just go with a couple other guys at the corner spot. Who normally Garrett Moore is always out there at one corner. And then when Darrell's not, who else tends to take that spot?
You got Brody over the top at safety, and then the other corner is Max Vanderveer. No, not Max. Jackson. Max plays the outside linebacker, and Jackson's your other corner. So after that, you're kind of looking at JJ and Jorgensen. Mm-hmm. And then
we'll find out maybe.
We'll find out.
So the Cardinals are lined up to receive the kickoff to start the second half. Nodaway Valley will tee it up at their own 40. And remember last time, the other kickoff that Nodaway Valley had was a short one fielded by Brody Morrison. And Earlham got pretty good field position. I think they started at their own 40.
Yeah, he almost broke that one right up the middle. So we'll kind of see what if maybe he can find a little seam and start the second off with a bang.
So we're getting ready to start the second half of play. 7-7 tie. Earlham and Nodaway Valley. Very competitive, well played opening half. A lot of penalties, but hopefully they'll have cleaned some things up here as we get into the second half of play. Shaw tees it up, and there's an end-over-end kick fielded by Morrison at the 25. He's got a head of steam over the 40 to around the 42-yard line where the Cardinals take over 1st and 10.
Looked like there was a hole there, just couldn't quite squeak through it. But hopefully the Cardinals offense comes out here. We'll see what the limited mobility of Darrell is.
Morrison does a really good job of getting a good head of steam once he catches that kickoff, and he really fires upfield. Not really scared of getting hit, I don't think. 1st down and 10, ball at their own 42-yard line. Matcham is at quarterback. Looks like it's the right ankle of concern here, and there's going to be the handoff to Rice. He's got a big hole off the right side, and he's on the outside, cuts it back, and he's
still on the move
all the way down inside the 20 to the 16. A great burst from Tyler Rice and a big gain for the Cardinals as they will have 1st down and 10 from the Nodaway Valley 60. Great run there by Tyler Rice and great blocking up front.
You know, we were talking about a 6'5" player earlier from Nodaway Valley, the defensive end. That is the kid that just ran down Tyler 40 yards down the field.
That is Kennedy on the tackle.
That was pretty impressive from him. Good run there by Tyler.
1st and 10, Cardinals on the move, deep in territory of the Wolverines. Trey Bond with the direct snap, and he'll pick up a couple. Brought down by Adam Ayasi. And it'll be 2nd and 8.
That direct snap there is a difficult to run, especially when Nodaway's, they got a 3-man front and they are sending, 3 or 4 guys up the middle as well.
2nd and 8, handoff to Rice, and he got hit hard.
Hit hard there.
That was, I didn't see who that was on the tackle, but Tyler Rice is going to pick up a couple. It'll be 3rd down and 6. I think it might have been Kalen DeVault on that tackle. So 3rd down and 6 for the Cardinals. Ball at the Nodaway Valley 12. There's the snap, and it'll be Rice. He makes a man miss. He's down inside the 5, nearing the goal line, and he's not going to quite get in, but it will be enough for the 1st down.
That's where you get in the back of that pile and push him forward.
Give him a little shove.
Give him a little help. Don't stand and watch that one.
Yeah, that will be enough, though, for a Cardinal 1st down, where it will be 1st and goal from the 3. So the Cardinals have a good scoring chance here right away.
They are moving the ball very efficiently.
Yeah, that long run that Tyler Rice had really helped things out. There's the snap to Bond, and he's going to be stacked up, maybe picked up a yard. They're doing a pretty good job of identifying that.
This is
no gain on the play.
A must score for the Cardinals at the 3-yard line.
Yeah, absolutely.
9:44 in the 3rd quarter and ticking away.
2nd and goal, Cardinals. No gain on the 1st down play. There's the snap. Rice. They string it out to the right side. He breaks a tackle, and he's going to be down to around the 1. So 3rd down and goal for the Cardinals.
Tyler looks like he was kind of dancing a little bit right there. You're that close to the goal line. You just need to
put that shoulder down,
lay the hammer down, and go.
He's going to gain a yard, so it'll be spotted at the 2-yard line, where it'll be 3rd down and goal. And Matcham testing out that ankle, and he is into the end zone for the touchdown. Darrell Matcham, 2-yard scoring run, and that puts the Cardinals up 13-7.
Darrell kind of, you can see he was favoring that ankle a little bit, didn't really want to plant on it too hard, and they kind of more or less fell into the end zone backwards.
Mike, that was a really good zoom in and then the slow pan out. You're going to get hired here, I think.
Professional.
And the Cardinals move into extra point formation. Garrett Moore, the holder. Cash Peterson to kick. Who's the long snapper?
I do believe it is.
There is the snap. The kick is up.
Chris Hipsley.
And it is good. It is Chris Hipsley, the long snapper. You need all 3 of those pieces to execute a kick well. Hipsley, Moore, and Peterson on the kick point after. So 14-7, the Cardinals now lead as they score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. And James jumping to it. Update that scoreboard.
I don't want to get yelled at, Chris, Chris has got that giant butterfly collar on underneath his pads, and from experience trying to long snap with one of those on, you can't pick your head up, and you have no idea what's happening after you snap the ball.
So we have a nickname suggestion coming through my text messaging.
Oh, geez.
It is Darrell Macho Matcham.
Oh, yes. Macho Matcham.
Is this like a thing that has already been discussed?
Yes,
that I'm not aware of?
Home game against Ogden. Darrell.
So
Darrell
it's
had,
an Irv thing.
Darrell had quite a game that night. He had a couple runs over 70 yards.
That one run was still that's the play of the year.
Yeah, I think he hit the spin button 6 or 7 times, and ran 70 yards for a touchdown, and Macho Match'em
was born. Yeah. Dylan Little tees it up. We'll see what the onside kick looks like this time, and it's going to be the long pooch.
Can't fair catch that one. That's going to be good. Go get it.
Oh, he fields it. Now he's got some running room.
Oh, no.
And he's up over the 40 to midfield, down inside the 45 to the 40, and he is going to score. And that did not work.
No.
Whoops. So Nodaway Valley gets the touchdown kick return from John Gebby, the junior, as he picked up that long pooch at around the 15-yard line and had a lot of lanes to run through there as he scampered down the far side.
He did. He just paused and, kind of let the seas part, and he just burst his speed, just ran away from that one. And so the quick lead that Earlham had is now dispersed, and we'll see.
Tony Shaw is on for the point after, and his kick is up and good. So, we played 24 minutes of football in the first half and had a 7-7 tie. We have played 3 minutes and 15 seconds of football in the second half, and it is 7-7 in the second half. So that gets to 14-14 for all you math people at home. And Earlham will receive the kickoff again here with 8:45 to play in the third quarter.
Well, I guess ours took a little bit more time, but we're back to square one with the tie ball game, and we'll.
For all the people, I know there are probably some people out there that say, "Oh, why do we onside kick it all the time? Why do we?" Well,
that's why. That is, we practice that, or they practice that, daily. And there's 10 different ways that you can actually kind of kick out of that onside. That long one, it does catch people off guard. But then, you have to maintain lanes and discipline, and that's hard to kind of change over when, we've been running, go 10, 12 yards. Make sure you smoke the person in front of you, and we're gonna fall on the ball, to maintain discipline.
Is the idea there to try to make it stressful for the person fielding that? Maybe they'll fumble it or something, or try to run before they pick it up, or heaven forbid they're not paying attention, and you can just sprint down there and grab it.
Yep. Yeah. That's the ultimate plan behind it. Dylan had a great kick. He drilled that one down the field, right to the weak side of where they were at. But
Gebby did a really nice job of corralling that, and then he just found a couple lanes and he was off.
Yep. So Shaw going to tee it up again. We'll see what the Cardinals offense has to do this time.
And we've got pretty good field position on kickoff, so we're going to hopefully get that again. Brody Morrison and Tyler Rice both back. And this is going to be a short one.
Fair catch there. Good, smart move.
Fair caught by,
I think that's JJ.
Number 16. Is that Luke Ramsey?
Luke Ramsey
with the heads-up fair catch there. And I think Nodaway Valley realized, Morrison's come close to breaking a couple. Let's play it safe. And they're still going to start at the 39-yard line, where it'll be first down and 10.
Luke Ramsey coming in at tight end for Jackson Vandiver.
How did 3 seconds come off the clock there?
I don't know.
Because that doesn't start until you catch it and you fair caught it, so there should have been nothing. Anywho, first and 10. Match'em flushed out to the right, throws back across his body, incomplete. That pass was intended for Trey Bond. Good coverage there by the Wolverines.
So it looks like Luke Ramsey's in for Max Vandiver. I'm not sure if he's being seen by the trainer or if we're just...
Yeah, we can't quite see the bench area here at Nodaway Valley. We're on the press box side, and the Earlham bench, as you've seen, is across the field on the far side. Second down and 10 for the Cardinals. Ball at their own 39. Second drive of the second half. Handoff Tyler Rice off the right side, and he's going to be stacked up by Ayasi on that play. And he's going to be caught for a loss of 3. So Cardinals going the wrong direction. It's 3rd and 13.
Yeah, that's the problem on first down. If you don't catch them off guard and you end up, throwing it away or not picking up any yards, you leave a long second down, and this offense is built for 3 or 4 yards at a time, and so picking up long yardage is very difficult.
Yeah, last year we just give it to Caleb.
Yep.
Here is the crossbuck handoff I think that was
That's Vandiver.
Vandiver. Yeah, that is Max Vandiver. We have a very late flag on the play. I'm not sure. It's going to be a personal foul somewhere.
Looks like it might be on us for doing something.
It is. It is going to be a personal foul against the Cardinals after the play. I don't know if someone went in and hit somebody late. So that's going to be 4th down and an awful long way because we didn't get much on that 3rd down play as it was.
No.
I think it was a no gain on the 3rd down, and now you throw the 15 yards on top of it. So they're going to spot this ball at the 21-yard line. So it's going to be 4th down and 28 for the Cardinals.
That's a mile.
If this isn't a punting situation, I don't know what is.
4th down on a 1/4 mile.
Yeah, that you're not lying. So Max Vandiver will move into punt formation. And
Good
there
punt.
is the punt away. Yeah, that is a nice kick. It's fielded at the 49 by DeVault. He makes one man miss, a good stiff arm there, and tackled by Luke Ramsey as he is tackled at around the 40-yard line by Ramsey, and the Wolverines take over 1st and 10 from the Cardinal 40. So good field position again for Nodaway Valley.
Cardinals can kind of help themselves out here with a little momentum if they can get a stop here, you know, and start moving the other direction. I know the offensive series didn't go well, but defense is kind of where you can kind of pick up that momentum if it's starting to slip away from you a little bit.
And this is the first possession of the second half for the Nodaway Valley offense after they scored on the kick return touchdown last time. So Russell under center for this snap, and he will give it to Ayasi, the running back. We're going to have, I think it's going to be a holding call coming up against Nodaway Valley as the officials throw the yellow handkerchief one more time. Their arms are starting to get tired from doing that, I think.
They have thrown a lot of flags tonight.
Now will be holding called against Nodaway Valley.
Yeah, the yellow laundry has been kind of the foe of the Nodaway offense so far. They've had a few 1st downs taken away, and
definitely going to have to throw those yellow hankies through the wash after the amount of grass stains they're getting tonight.
yeah, especially on that natural turf field.
Yeah, and that penalty, the holding was in the backfield, so it's going to be 1st down and 24 coming up for Nodaway Valley. So significant penalty there. There's the snap, the fake to Ayasi. Rolling left is Russell. He throws over the middle, and that's incomplete. He overshot his receiver. That was number 13 that he was in trying to get it to. That's Michael Britton.
Yeah, I think the only person that was going to catch that one was Jackson.
Yeah, that wasn't really in the neighborhood at all. Only 5 seniors on the Nodaway Valley football team, so they do have a couple kids here that are big parts of the team, but they'll have plenty of players back next season. There's the handoff, the crossbuck action to Adam Ayasi. I like how I've picked up your terminology.
I do. I like it.
And he's going to pick up about 3 on the play, which will bring up a 3rd and 21.
That seemed like an ECAB power stop right there.
Ooh.
Speaking of ECAB power
I like it.
boosters, let's talk about KC Construction, custom lawn care, landscaping, construction materials testing, Earlham Family Dentistry, and Hometown Market are the Earlham Power Stop
Business power.
sponsors.
KC Construction, custom lawn care, CMT, construction materials testing. My dentist, Earlham Family Dentistry, and Hometown, home of the brat.
Yeah.
And the breakfast burrito.
Breakfast burrito is where it's at.
3rd and 21 at their own 49. Snap to Russell. He's going to look to throw, and he is going to be brought down in the backfield by Kelton Reed on the sack. And that'll be a loss on the play of 3. I'm not sure what they're stopping action for here.
65 is that
That's Ty Willem.
Ty's got to get out. I think his helmet popped off or something.
He's got a little hitch in his giddy up
and he's
too.
limping too. So we'll see a punt here from the Nodaway Valley Wolverines. See what Brody Morrison is back for this one. And
yeah, this is a long 4th down again. So both teams with long 4th downs on their second possessions. Good stop there by the Cardinals.
Started off like a water in a skillet, and it's calmed down.
Ooh, high, lazy snap. And number 7, that is John
Get
Gebbe.
out of the
He
way.
gets it away.
Run away.
So he ran back that kick return, and now he is punting, and that will be down at their own 34. So short punt on the play, and we are going to have an official's timeout on the field. So a little water / sanitation / hydration / whatever you want to call it break.
Yeah. If you're interested in joining ECAB and being part of Earlham Athletics, they support all aspects of Earlham Athletics, from postseason banquets and awards to jerseys or an equipment, anything that athletics may require throughout the year. If you want to help support that as an individual, a family, or a business, Facebook page, which you can find on our underneath the descriptions and links and YouTube page.
Yeah, they do a great job. I mean, I can't remember any time where, we try to keep it pretty reasonable as coaches as far as what we ask for, but there's never a time where you're said, nah, we can't do that.
We can't do that. Yep.
They always try to find a way to make things happen. So I know all of us as coaches are very appreciative of ECAB, and they do some great work for our athletic programs.
A lot of different levels that you can donate as well. If you're a business, you want to become a part of the business club, like these members of EFIT, Asheville Chiropractic, Canoera Garden Center, Pear Nelson and Brayland, Ankeny Sanitation, and Applegate Tax and Accounting.
And of course, I'm just a regular old fan member, because you can be just a family individual membership. There's, I think, the fan, the super fan, and some other ultimate fan.
Fanatic. I think it's fanatic is what it is.
Yeah, I'm just a fan, but every little bit helps out ECAB. So next week, Cardinals will return home for homecoming and senior night all wrapped into one as they take on the Wayne Falcons as they come to Jack Padilla Field. Be the first time I remember playing Wayne, first time that they've made the trip in many years to Earlham, maybe ever. First down and 10 coming up for the Cardinals. Ball at their own 34-yard line. Matcham. Hands off to Rice. He's got a hole. Cuts it back. He's up over the 45 to around the 46-yard line, where it'll be a first down for Earlham.
That'd be one of our probably
long one.
Except for
that was probably the other number one play. That's the number one play of the night thus far. First down and 10 now from their own 46-yard line. We have 5:15 to play. First quarter, 14-14 tie. Matcham runs it around the right end. He's got some room, and he's still looking okay. May not have that normal Durrell burst that you see, but it's little tackles like that where you worry about him getting it rolled, his ankle rolled back up under him.
Yep.
When you start getting those other guys piling on, sometimes weird things happen.
You can see on the spin a little bit that he was a little bit hesitant to kind of plant it and come back around, and kind of all the speed fell off of it. And that's where Durrell's spin is so potent, as he spins, he maintains the speed through it, and then, kind of just flies away at the end.
Gain of 5 on that run. Second down and 5 now. Ball into Nodaway Valley territory. There's the snap. Handoff to Rice. And Tyler Rice is going to be close to the first down. I think he might be about a yard shy.
I think they're going to mark him shy.
Yeah, so it's going to be 3rd and short coming up. Get a couple shots here to get this first down. Stay away from the penalties, boys.
We'll probably see a big dose of Trey Bond right now.
Yep, direct snap time.
Yep, pick up that half yard.
Here's the thing, though. If you and I are thinking that, I think Nodaway Valley might be thinking that, too.
Oh, yeah.
Nope, going to give it to Rice. And he's going to just have enough for the first down. He picks up a couple. And that's down to the 43, which will be enough. We're inside 4 minutes to play third quarter. Kind of have a feeling this one might come down to the very end.
I think it'll come down to the wire. And Coach Caskey said that if we get near the 30, he is not afraid to send Cash out there, and we're going to try for a field goal.
Hey, Cash hit one week 1 against ACGC there. I know you missed that game, but he's capable. Matcham looking to throw, and he is under pressure and taken down and sacked in the backfield. And that was number 33, Elliot Cooney, on the tackle. And that's going to be a loss on the play of 8. So it'll be 2nd down and 18 after that sack.
That is a tough play there. You roll out to the right, and it's more of a throwback. You roll out to the right and you set up, and then you throw back over to the left. But there was 9 guys in the box, and I think all 9 came on a blitz that one. Just rough.
And like you said, our offense isn't necessarily made for 2nd, 3rd, and long.
Yep.
Where we want to get those 3-4 yards every play and keep the chains moving. We'll see what we can do here, and we might have another. This is going to be a motion penalty, I think, probably. And it will be a illegal procedure false start, so we're going to go back another 5 yards, and all of a sudden it's 2nd down and 23 for the Cardinals.
Both offensives have just essentially stalled out here in the
kind of
early
shooting yourselves in the foot a little bit.
Third quarter or so.
The Nodaway Valley had a real good field position last drive and went backwards, and now we are
also
doing the same.
Doing the same. I'm going the wrong direction.
2nd and 23 now for Earlham. Matcham with the snap, the handoff to Rice. He runs through an ankle tackle, and he's going to pick up maybe about 3 yards on that carry.
Yeah, this is one of those where, Nodaway Valley is selling out on the run. There's 9 guys in the box, and they're sending 8 of them on the run, which should work well for our offensive scheme because we just step and run and kind of get on that rail. But it's hard to block 9 with 7.
3rd down and 21 now for the Cardinals. And there's the crossbuck action to Vandiver, and he's only going to get about 3 on that. So it's going to be 4th down. 4th and about 18, we'll call it. And I'm going to bet at this point in the field, we're going to go for it.
I agree, but I would like to see Chris maybe play the field position game a little bit.
Sure.
I know their offense has struggled just a little bit, but, just help yourself out.
Yeah, Nodaway Valley, and they are going to do that. So Nodaway Valley was already sending someone back, and Vandiver is in. Is that?
Yeah, that's Max.
That was an interesting
That's a good
kick,
one.
But it's going to be a nice one. Rolls right out of bounds at the 10-yard line. So he didn't get the normal leverage into that kick that he does. He kind of just popped that one out there a little, kind of a soccer style. I mean, he does play soccer, so that's
that was perfect. Exactly,
a punch shot, if you would, a golf term. Right?
Yeah. He just wanted to get it to roll, and played it perfectly away from the returner, and rolls out at the 10. So now you're at least going to force the offense to go 90 yards and maybe give your defense a little help and keep them inside the 50.
As you saw on your screen a second ago, there's 1:14 left in the 3rd quarter. Earlham and Nodaway Valley all knotted up at 14 apiece. 14s are wild. You got 14-14 with 1:14 left.
It's too many 14s to keep track of.
Too bad it's not October 14th. 1st down and 10 from their own 10. And Russell will hand it off to Ayasi. And he is going to be brought down after about a 3-yard gain. That's Tony Ayasi, the senior.
So you can see you can tell that Nodaway Valley is used to passing the ball a little bit more. As Ayasi's kind of his speed burst has just slowed down a little bit. Mm-hmm. He's probably not used to getting this many carries in a night. He has 33 carries, I think, on the.
He's at 70.
He's at 70. His brother's at 33.
He's the workhorse back of the group. So he averages 12 to 15 carries a game. Here's.
Good block down there by Chris Hipsley. Way to get the hands up.
Well, and that's what defensive linemen, if you're not going to get to the quarterback on a pass play, get those hands up and maybe you knock one down like Chris did there. So Hipsley knocks down that pass, and it'll be 3rd down and about 6 or 7 coming up now for Nodaway Valley. We'll say 6.
That was good play there. Just good recognition of where Chris was at on the field, knowing that he's not going to get there, and stuck the big paw up in the air and knocked it down.
3rd down and 6. Nathan Russell will be under center here. And he's going to play fake, roll out to his left. He's looking deep. He's got a man double covered. That was really a good throw. Oh, he put it only where his receiver could get it because there was good coverage there by Vandiver and Morrison, double coverage. And it falls incomplete to Michael Britton. And it's going to be 4th down. The punt team comes on. And the last punt for John Gebbe was not his best, so we'll see if the Cardinals can maybe take advantage of good field position again.
Brody's going to be back on this one and see if he can't slide one in from inside the 40.
Did you just do a replay?
Oh, this is going to be an interesting kick. It's going to go out of bounds. They're going to give him at the 12, 13-yard, 14-yard line, something like that. I was nope. So what's
going on this screen?
So right now, what we are watching is what's happening on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we actually
it's a little behind.
It is behind. It's about a 1 minute delay, and so we can actually watch a replay because we
can watch a replay, but those of you at home can't see a replay.
So if you like this, new setup, make sure you like our video and subscribe to our channel.
1st down and 10 Cardinals with excellent field position. And there's the direct handoff to Bond. That punt ended up being a 3-yard, 4-yard punt. Did it get blocked at all?
We were there.
Off the side of the foot.
But it was right off the side. But I think he was pretty worried about it getting blocked.
Good pressure. So both teams putting their hands in the air for number 4 as we hit the 4th quarter. And it's going to be 2nd down and 10 for the Cardinals when we start the 4th quarter. So at the end of 3, 14-14, Earlham and Nodaway Valley here from Greenfield, Iowa.
Been a barn burner so far, and it's been a good game. One of the most exciting ones so far. Got 130-some viewers.
Oh, so that graph kind of shows you the amount of people watching it over time.
Yeah, so
steadily growing. Word is spreading through Earlham that we got a good football game tonight. So.
Yeah, if you subscribe to the channel and then like the video within the YouTube analytics, it kicks it out and it'll actually show it to more people. So people that might have some type of invested interest in Iowa high school sports or Earlham sports at all. And so,
if you know some Earlham fans that aren't watching tonight, you might want to get on the horn and let them know that we got a good ball game happening here in Greenfield.
You can take this link and share it out across any social media platform, and then it's just a simple click on, and it'll pop up, and away you go. You're watching the Cardinals.
Help us get the viewers tonight.
Yes,
we're up to 131. We're moving.
We have matched a lot of our viewership already that we've had throughout the season, and then even into last year when we did the playoff game way up north in the frozen tundra of St. Ansgar. We had, I think we were in the 300 to 350 range that night.
You're going to drive 2+ hours.
Yeah.
This was only a half-hour drive, but still good crowd tonight. Appreciate you tuning in and coming along with us with this new system. And be back next week at home. James, you'll be there on the microphone along with probably some combination of John Snell or Zach Irving, I'm guessing.
I think so. Yeah, they'll flip a coin and see who wins, and that's the lucky.
So the winner gets to be on.
They always settle it themselves somehow. So I just
I'm wrestle for it.
Yeah, I just set it up, and whoever joins me joins me. Okay,
we're gonna start the 4th quarter with 2nd down and 10 for the Cardinals. The ball at the Nodaway Valley 13-yard line.
This is go time for the Cardinals. They need this score more.
So bad.
You can't walk away from this area without a score.
Yeah, you need that touchdown. So match him with the snap. He's running to his right. This is a direct run, and he's got blockers in front of him. He's brought down by number 1. That's Kalen DeVault. And match him down to around the 8-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 5 for the Cardinals.
Yeah, they got to get to the 3-yard line for a 1st down. I don't think a field goal is gonna be enough to.
Boy, do you kick one? You kick it if you don't get much here. There's the snap, handoff to Rice, and up a 4th and 3. What do you do?
I think we're gonna see the mind of Chris Cassidy here if he's, our defense is held strong recently, but we are gonna go for it. We're gonna force them to come out of the deep end zone.
I'm not surprised one bit. I mean, this is what Coach Cassidy does, and I think it's a good call here. I think if it was like really late in the game, then you might see the field goal attempt, but here is Matcham, and he's going to run it himself, and he is hit, and he's going to be a couple yards short. I think he's at least a yard shy. And I think Nodaway Valley has held. So a defensive struggle tonight, and that continues. We had 7 points apiece in the first half. We had a quick 7 points for each team to start the second half, and now things have slowed down again as Nodaway Valley takes over on downs with 10:44 to play in the fourth quarter. 1st and 10 from their own 5.
Well, at least you're gonna force the Nodaway offense to go the distance. Hopefully your defense stands up again, gets another good stop.
Russell hands it off. There's the crossbuck action to Adam.
Ball's on the ground. I don't know who's going to pick that one up. I think Nodaway's going to stay with it.
Nodaway Valley had a guy there, and he was Johnny on the spot. I don't know if his name's Johnny, but he was there. They're going to pick up a couple on that play.
Oh,
that was a stressful moment for both sides.
Yes, we wanted that, and I think the Nodaway coaches had a small heart attack there.
Yeah, it's going to be a 2-yard gain, 2nd down and 8. Now, this is kind of cool that we can watch the replay.
We can watch the replay.
Mrs. Knight right now is very jealous because she's been asking for replays all night, and we can see them. 2nd and 8. Russell slings it out. The bubble screen to the right side. He's got his man who has a blocker in front of him, and there's going to be a penalty marker on that block, I think.
So, hey, this is, kind of interesting question in theory here. You could, they picked up 2 yards, but then it's 3rd down. Do you back them up 2 yards,
as far
3
as
yards?
If you take the penalty or not?
I think they did pick up enough yards that I think we'll see Chris take it.
Because it'll be a half the distance to the goal penalty.
Yep. So it'll back them up 7 yards or 5-ish yards. So,
yeah, right now as it stands, I think it would be probably about 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4.
Yeah, I think if they don't pick up that much yardage on it, I think maybe you.
Yeah, they're going to move them back from the 5. Let's see, where are they going to?
Ball's going to be at the 3. It'll be 2nd and 13-ish.
Yeah,
12.
Yeah, it'll be 2nd and 12 if it's at the 3. So 2nd down and 12 for Nodaway Valley. So I think that's the right decision. Because now, you try to stop them here, and they're punting from deep in their own territory, and we saw how that went last time. The handoff to
the outside jet sweep action, missed tackle.
DeVault has some room. He makes Ramsey miss, and he's going to have a 1st down. Ball's loose. I think the ball is loose.
I think they're going to rule him down on that one.
I saw Coach Nelson jumping around and they're going to mark him down. So Nodaway Valley will have 1st down and 10.
Yeah, that's just loss of contain on the outside, and we
haven't seen that motion a whole lot tonight.
Yeah, and when we do, it's, DeVault's got a lot of speed, makes Garrett miss there, and good thing everybody ran to the ball, but man, they were locked in deep and just couldn't quite hold them there.
So 1st and 10 now for the Wolverines. The ball is at their own 22-yard line.
Another bubble screen.
It's going to be ruled incomplete.
I would rather hope he caught that one.
Yeah, no kidding. I'd have kept the clock ticking, and they would have had a loss of 2 on the play. That was intended for Boston DeVault.
I think what you're seeing a setup play here. So they've thrown in a couple bubble screens over the last few passing series, and I think what you're going to see is it's a bubble and go. They're going to fake that bubble route, and that outside guy is going to take off running, try to catch one of our corners sleeping.
2nd down and 10. Ball at their own 22-yard line. 9:03 to play, 4th quarter. Tie game, 14-14. There's the snap. Ayasi He is met by Kelton Reed, and a great job there by Reed. And that's going to, I think, be a loss on the play, possibly.
Yeah, they're going to say forward progress stopped him there. Kelton kind of got spun around and ended up right in Iasi's way there.
Yeah, so it's going to be
play there by Kelton.
3rd and 10 coming up for the Wolverines. So big play here with 8:30 to go in the 4th quarter.
This is a big 3rd down for Earlham defense. Even if you only let them go halfway, Nodaway will think about punting it.
There's the snap. Russell throws to the right side, and that pass is incomplete. Knocked away by Garrett Moore. Intended for number 13, that's Britton. And now it's 4th and 10, where I think they're going to have to punt the ball.
I think they're going to have to punt it, and I think if you're Earlham, you send the house, and you let Brody figure it out in the back.
I wonder how much Nebbia's got it in his head what happened last punt.
Oh, I know. We were right on it. I think we kind of gave up on it because we didn't want to rough the kicker.
There's the snap. And that's a lot better kick for Nebby, fielded by Morrison at midfield, and he's got some room. He's down inside the 35 to the 32-yard line. So Brody Morrison, an 18-yard return, a much better kick by Nebby that time, and it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Cardinals with the ball at the Nodaway Valley 32-yard line. Gebby, not Nebby.
Gebby.
This guy's like, I can't wait to tell my buddies about all this.
Earlham with great starting field position. Again, they need to capitalize on this short field that they've been given here in the last couple times.
8:04 to play, 4th quarter. Matcham. Direct snap to Bond, and he gets maybe about 2 or 3 there. They've done a nice job. Nodaway Valley has all night on bottling up that play. I don't think he's got more than maybe 4 or 5 yards.
No, yeah, they're just sending 2 guys right up the A gap there, and that's right where that goes. Trey just kind of follows right off of Bo's hip, and there's just no room to run on that direct snap.
Gain of 2 there for Bond. 2nd down and 8. There's the handoff to Rice, and he has some room. Nice job there.
Did he get the first?
Good cut by Tyler Rice, and he does have enough, I believe, for the 1st down.
They're right on the line, so I think they're going to depend on the
side
spot.
Judge is thinking about it.
And the white hat says, yep, we're moving.
All right, 1st down Cardinals, inside 7.5 to play here in the 4th quarter.
We were taking a pretty hard look at that one in the first half. In the second half, we're not going to measure it.
Ball on the Wolverine 22, 1st down and 10. Earlham to the line. There's the snap. Matcham gives to Rice, and he is hit in the hole and driven backwards. I think that might have been Iasi on the tackle. Maybe
we were doing so well.
There's the snap. The kick is up, and it is good. So the Cardinals have now taken a 21-14 lead with 5:56 to play here in the 4th quarter. So we apologize. We
cut out
know
at the worst
that
time.
The internet cut out on us at the absolute worst time. But if you were cut off there for a second, you just missed a Darrell Matcham 21-yard touchdown.
Macho Matcham strikes again.
Macho Matcham. He was kind of... He was surrounded in the backfield, sidestepped a couple people, and scampered to his left and was able to break free for the 21-yard touchdown. Cash Peterson tacked on the extra point, and that makes it 21-14 Cardinals with 5:56 to play in this ball game.
So you can always come back, watch that on YouTube later on. Watch that move. It was a pretty nice move there by Darrell. Again, make this channel a little bit more visible. Give this video a like, subscribe as well to our channel, and then any future Cardinal Athletics will show up here. We'll be here next Friday for the Wayne Homecoming Senior Game, and next Thursday, I'm going to try something new, John. I'm going to live stream the volleyball game against Madrid. We're going to live stream it. I'm going to commentate on it.
Exciting.
So we'll just see how it goes. I have some knowledge of
You're not
volleyball.
line judging?
I have not line judging that one. I decided that I would throw my talents in this direction instead.
Boy, I don't know about commentating a volleyball game, Bump. I don't really know what to say during volleyball.
I watched a little bit of the collegiate volleyball.
Okay.
Big Ten Network, and I was like, you know what? I think I can do that. From my days of playing sand volleyball in the summer, I think I know enough of the terminology, and I'll probably mess it up somewhere, but we'll give it a shot.
I think everyone will enjoy it regardless. Well, and then after that, it'll just be time to figure out where the football playoffs will take us, and I'm sure you'll see plenty of schedules and word about that, but I'm assuming we'll be able to broadcast those games.
I think so. I think they're going to remove some of the restrictions. At least that was kind of the conversation Coach Caskey and I had. They want to make it as accessible to everyone as possible.
Sure.
So if you want to help donate to that, if we do have to have a fund for it, and if you want to donate,
Cash Peterson is on to kick here.
We're going for the end zone.
So yeah, Cash usually does not come on unless they use Will for the onside, because Will has kicks. Will Dowd has kicked some of the onside kicks before, but usually when Cash is in, we're gonna load it up and try to make them go the length of the field instead of giving them good field position.
Good kick there by Cash. Cash does have the leg to get there. Dylan's just really got that soccer style kick.
So good at those onside kicks.
Just gets it to bounce up really high off the ground. And for Nodaway Valley is still 5:12 left to go in the fourth. With I do believe they have all 3 timeouts.
Gain of 5 on the play. Maybe I could say gain of 4 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 6, and it looks like we are back live.
Yeah, it's gonna come in and out here a little bit, and hopefully it'll stay with you for the rest of the 5 minutes.
Is there any way on the score that you can have a background, like how you have a highlighted background on a Google Doc and things?
I don't know.
You can put it in a box almost.
Russell running all over the place and going to get sacked there. I think Zach Stewart going to get the credit for that one.
You know what I mean?
I haven't played around with it a little bit.
That might be something to look at, I'm thinking.
Yeah, I think I can add images and stuff to it, and just
especially when you got a
score that way.
Camera operator, when they get the zoom in and out, it kind of changes the look of things. So if you get the boxes on it, that could look pretty good.
Yeah, I would like to get a little banner down at the bottom if I could, and just kind of lock it down there.
Kind of like the old, what was that old program we used to use where you could have the time and the score and the down and distance? And
yeah, we did. We had a unique program. I don't remember. We've used so many since Press Box Radio. Yeah. The Cube.
It was the Cube that did that.
Yeah.
Penalty marker on the play for the Wolverines, so they're going to be pushed back quite a ways. It's going to be 2nd down and about 19 now for the Wolverines. There is the snap, the handoff.
The inside handoff again.
He trips over the 25-yard line or the 20-yard line. Adam Ayasi goes down, and he's going to pick up maybe about 3 or 4, but he had room to run there.
There was a hole there, not one that a defensive coordinator, Corey Thompson up here, wants to see. He wanted to see that hole get shut a lot quicker than it did. Luckily, fortunate for us, Ayasi falls over in the hole. I got tripped up, so it brings up a nice 3rd down.
Yeah, we have 3rd down and 16 coming up now. So big 3rd down. This is going to be 2-down territory, I'd bet, for Nodaway Valley. As Russell rolls to his right, and he's looking back over the middle of the field, tries to dump it off, and that's tipped away by Trey Bond, and it's going to be 4th down.
That would have been one of those Trey, I think, wants back. I think he almost had it, and just, he was 10 steps away from the end zone, just couldn't quite grab that one. Good play there by Trey. Good coverage down there on the backside by Brody Morrison, Jackson Vanderveer, and Garrett Moore.
So we'll see what they do here. They're going to they might punt it away and use their timeouts on defense.
I think that's the plan. You got to, if you give it up now and you're right at your own 20, that's a difficult field position game. Back live.
Gebby gets the kick away, a low liner.
Go out of bounds.
That's going to go out of bounds at around the 47. We'll see where they spot that. No. Back up 5 yards. No. Mr. Official, you are in the wrong spot.
That is wrong.
He's about 5 to 6 yards off of where that went out of bounds.
That was not even close.
Woof.
Whoa, buddy.
Well,
even the Nodaway Valley cameraman's laughing. He's like, yeah, that's way off.
Hey, do you want to see our replay, sir? Oh, boy. Well.
Okay. Well, 5 yards. Hopefully 5 yards doesn't matter, but.
1st and 10 Cardinals, ball at their own 47. Matcham. Handoff Rice. He has a blocker in front of him is Reed. Nice job following the blocker.
2 hands.
Absolutely what you said. And Tyler Rice is going to pick up about 7. Bring up 2nd and 3. There's the first timeout taken by Nodaway Valley.
So this is all about just collecting a first down. If you can collect a first down and get a new set of downs, that'll run you down inside kind of that minute 20. Maybe even close to a minute if you can pick up a first down. Just run out the 40 seconds. So,
and as you said earlier, hold on to the football.
Yeah,
don't fumble it here.
This is one where you're not trying to get a couple extra yards. You're 2 hands on the ball. You're going to be kind of waddling down the field more than sprinting.
Sure. So the Cardinals have put together a good second half here defensively. They've been fantastic tonight. They really haven't given Russell a lot of room as far as throwing the football. They haven't broken any long plays through the air. Really haven't broken a lot of long plays on the ground either. So the defensive effort has been great tonight from the Cardinal defense.
I know one of the things that defensive coordinator Buck Nelson was working on was the middle linebackers and their drops. They were kind of dropping more in a straight vertical line rather than at an angle to kind of cover more of the field. And those drops have been a lot better tonight and kind of taken away some of those passing lanes.
2nd down and 3 coming up for Earlham. There's the snap. We're going to have a motion penalty here, so that's not what you want to see.
That play looked like it was going to be successful. Durrell had some blockers.
Yeah, he's looked pretty good on that ankle.
Yep.
Be curious to see, always wonder, after the game, once it has some time to settle and stiffens up, then you kind of get a better view of the damage, if any. Hopefully he'll be good to go next week.
That'll be a costly penalty for... It's only 5 yards, but we went from 2nd and 3 to 2nd and 8. So,
and when you talk about how staying on schedule, getting those 3-4 yards every play, that makes this play even more important. And there is the snap. Matcham runs into Rice in the backfield, and he'll be brought down. He gets across midfield to the Nodaway Valley 49, so a gain of a couple. And it'll be 3rd down, and we'll say 6.
And the clock is still running here, so
yeah, they're going to hold on to a couple timeouts. They have 2 timeouts, I believe, remaining.
Yep, their scoreboard does not.
And now we're going to have an officials timeout.
Illuminate that for us. Why is there an officials timeout?
I'm not sure. I think maybe Nodaway Valley tried to sub too late, and they tried to sub a guy back in that went out and he wasn't supposed to. Is that a thing?
No.
Okay, that's an NFL thing.
That's
only.
an NFL thing only.
Okay.
Oh,
so,
equipment. Our cameraman's on it.
Snap to Matcham, give to Rice, and he is brought down for a loss in the backfield, and I wouldn't be surprised to see a timeout here. And there it is.
So that'll leave Nodaway with 1. I think you'll see Max come out and punt.
Yeah, fourth
to kick
down.
Deep.
It'll be 4th and about 12 for the Cardinals. 4th and 11 after that loss. Yeah, they blew that play up pretty good.
Yeah, they sold out. I think they realized that there's no way we're going to put the ball up in the air, and they sold out.
And it was the right move, because now we're sitting at 4th down and 11. I think, like you said, we'd probably expect a Max Vandiver punt at this point. Try to make them go 80-plus yards for the tying score with 2:37 left in the ball game. I think that's probably the move we'll see.
The thing I would really like to see out of Max right now is either a really high punt that's going to allow your coverage team to get down there and kind of corral that runner, or I want to see him kick it out of bounds,
right,
and just give him no chance for a return. The line drive kick, that's going to put the ball right kind of back near the 30 if it's a pretty decent kick, or even and beyond that. So out of bounds or really, 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 really high.
And he's capable of either one of those things, I think. He's hit some good leverage kicks up in the air.
If he gets into one, I think he'll find that it'll be a pretty decent kick.
And there he moves into punt formation.
Number 1 is back for.
That's DeVault, Kalen DeVault, and they came after Max, and a high kick. It's going to hit it around the 35, take an Earlham bounce.
Yeah, there we go.
DeVault lets it go, and that will be down at the 16-yard line. I don't know why we picked it up so quick. Just let it go, and you just let it sit there, and then the official make him blow his whistle.
Yep,
call it dead.
Make the official take. That's just
no reason to touch that thing.
That's just one of the the small gamesmanship things that some of the high school kids don't always quite understand.
You learn that by watching football.
Yep. Just let it run out. Let the official make the call.
Yeah, they aren't going to let the clock run forever. They'll eventually blow it dead. 2:26 left. Fourth quarter, Earlham 21-14 advantage. Nodaway Valley, this is going to be their last opportunity. I don't think we'll see a punt out of them this drive. Russell in the shotgun, 4 receivers and a running back, running a little hitch and go, and he's going to throw it deep for DeVault, and that is incomplete and broken up by Jackson Vandiver.
Ball just had a little bit too much hang time on it. Jackson was there in good coverage. He was able to get his head around, and that's the biggest thing that you want to see out of your cornerbacks right now is snap the head around, find the ball. That way you're not going to get a pass interference penalty and give them free yards.
Russell gave him that little head shoulders fake, but Jackson didn't. I don't even know if he saw him do it, so it wasn't super effective then.
Yeah, I think that was, they've been running that bubble screen out to the side, and they ran that bubble action, so just a setup play.
2nd down and 10 now for Nodaway Valley. This time they will run 1 receiver out to the left. Couple guys in the backfield. You got the wing back there, so you got to watch for that crossbuck move. And there it is, and that's Adam Ayasi. Good job by the defense of seeing that. And it's going to be a gain of about 4-5 yards maybe.
That's one of
maybe 3 yards, 4-yard gain we'll call it. And it'll be 3rd and 6 now.
Yeah, DeVault, that wingback with number 1 there, and that, the first handoff, he's just reading it. He's reading that end and that outside linebacker, and if they crash, he's just going to hold on to it. And you're going to see it again probably here.
3rd and 6, handoff up the middle to Tony Ayasi. A good job there, Trey Bond and others on the tackle. Zach Stewart in there, and it'll be 4th down and 3 for Nodaway Valley, and this is pretty much their night here with 1:30 to go.
If you're the Cardinals, you play base defense. You're not selling out. You
if they get the first down, so be it.
Yep, because they still got to go 70 yards. This is not the end all for the Earlham defense.
And that is going to be the ball game. A great play there by Kelton Reed, and he drops Ayasi in the backfield, and that's going to do it, I think.
Yes. Earlham defense coming up big tonight in clutch situations. Kelton just read that one, shed his block, and met Ayasi right there in the backfield, and that play was dead. I'm kind of interested in that call with 4th down, and you need a couple of yards, and you're a passing team, but.
Yeah, this has really been a fun game tonight, both sides. There's going to be a handoff to Max Vandiver, and he's going to go down.
Yeah, Max, this is just a go down type thing.
Oh, man, did he lose the football? Nodaway Valley signaling like he lost the football. The officials are talking about it.
Oh, no.
That's the one thing you don't want to do.
No.
They're going to keep it with Earlham.
We're going to watch the replay here.
They will keep it with Earlham.
So he slips and goes kind of down there, and I think maybe the ground caused the fumble.
So if you're Coach Caskey, does that lead you to say, let's just take a knee?
Yeah, they don't have enough timeouts to stop you, so I don't know why you're running plays.
Yeah, just take a knee, avoid the fumble. This was a really good football game tonight. Both teams, I thought, played excellent defense. Both offenses struggled at times to get things going. There were a couple big plays here and there, but overall a good football game, two good teams. And it looks like the Cardinals, barring something really bad happening, and then we get a holding call here.
What are we doing? Do we not have a neo play?
I don't know. Yeah, let's get out of town.
Yeah, you already had a couple guys banged up. The last thing I want to do is derail in 24 seconds. Time that truly doesn't matter at this point.
I always think like the victory formation. That's like the play. That's the one you want to get to, right?
Yeah. I don't know if that was illegal hands to the face. Looks like they were kind of pointing towards the Nodaway side.
Yeah, I mean, we don't need any more points.
Yeah, so that is going to, it was illegal hands to the face by Nodaway, so All right, Drell just kneel it. Take the snap and kneel it.
Go home.
Go home. That's all we need to do right now. That does give the Cardinals, they're going to be right at the first down. So it'll be second down and inches if that's what you're going for.
So a good football game tonight.
I don't know.
But it looks like the Cardinals will come out on top. We don't even need to snap it.
Well, we're going to. Trey Bond's going to plow forward. And
that should be the ball game. That'll do it.
Cardinals come away with a great win in Nodaway on the road.
Moves Earlham now to 3-2 on the season with one regular season game left as we'll take on the Wayne Falcons next Friday night at Jack Padilla Field. You can catch James. He's going to give a little go with the volleyball action Thursday night. So if you're interested in watching some Earlham volleyball, I think it'll be their senior night.
It'll be their senior night.
You can tune in to that. But good luck with that, James.
Thank you. Thank you. It'll be good. Otherwise, we'll be back for homecoming night, senior night with Wayne. And then in terms of the playoff schedule, we'll keep you guys updated via the Facebook page, community Facebook page, also the ECAB page. And we'll...
Someone will be there. Someone's going to be there.
Someone will be
James
at those
will probably
games.
be there either way. I'll be there once we hit the road.
Yep.
Hopefully that'll be a while. I'd like to see a home game.
I think we have a pretty good chance at hosting one of those bubble playoff games if we win one. So that would be really nice. And really good time. Good game tonight.
Thanks for tuning in. Great to have you along here on YouTube. Tell your friends to subscribe to the channel. But that's it from Greenfield tonight. 21-14 Cardinal win.
This is one of the few things that was received when his grandmother passed. We've been holding it for cash. Now that he's a senior, it's time for it to be passed along to him.